Let me start off this video by saying Tom Holland is the greatest Spider-Man of all time. Yeah, I said it. Tom Holland is the greatest Spider-Man of all time. I'm gonna explain why at the end. Yo, brand new day Spider-Man saw this past weekend, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. My expectations weren't exactly high. They weren't exactly high. But when I tell you,
this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Right here. This shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga.
if you ain't seen the movie, you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this video. Watch the movie, come back. Go to the theater, come back. What's so dope about this is Spider-Man was basically Spider-Man the entire movie. Like basically the entire movie. Like I would say roughly 80% of the movie, he was Spider-Man. He was in the suit the entire time trying to solve crime, solve issues. It kind of reminded me of Smallville season 9 when Clark decided that he was going to kill off Clark and solely be, well, the Blur. Shout out to all my Smallville fans out there. It felt like that. Spider-Man was just so alone.
Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely.
Wish I had someone to call my own. Ooh. Spider-Man over the past 4 years has been solo dolo. Tony Stark is gone, Auntie May is gone. Nobody even knows who he is. Even MJ, Ned don't know who he is because they erased Peter Parker from their memories. And so Peter Parker, all he has is to be Spider-Man. What else is he gonna do? He has no family, he has no friends. So he puts everything into his work. He got more jobs than goddamn Jamaicans. Like, hot damn. He got so many jobs. He trying to outdo freaking Everybody Hates Chris dad. He is so locked in. He's at this apartment complex. He's in like the hallway. This girl, she cool, whatever. Like, yo, don't you live here? I think I've seen it before. He was like, yup, and just went on about it. Like he was not trying to, he's like, I'm not trying to make no connection with nobody. I ain't trying to, I'm not even going to do that, bro. No, like he straight up ran off. That girl tried to give him a little bit of rhythm. He's like, nope. Did a Usain Bolt. Like, hot damn. Like, no, just talk to the girl a little bit. Just see what she at with it. Like he is so focused on, I don't want to get anybody hurt. I don't want to get anybody more in trouble. I can't make no more connection with nobody. Like he is so isolated himself, which is very sad. So throughout the movie, they show Peter reading off this letter that he wrote that we saw in No Way Home to MJ to hopefully get MJ to basically remember him, or at least tell her, hey, you might not remember me, but like you in love with me and everything. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but yeah. So he's like, throughout the whole entire movie, keeps looking at the letter like he's freaking Aaliyah and got a 4-page letter and I signed it with the keys. Like he's on some Aaliyah 4-page letter type shit. He's peeping Ned's socials, right? So Ned's doing these lives. They start from him starting at MIT. MJ and Ned are still together, which I thought was really dope. I was kind of scared watching the trailer. I thought they might do some Spider-Man 3 type stuff where Ned and MJ get together. I'm like, please don't do this. Please don't do this, bro. Please. But they didn't go that route. And so MJ and Ned are roommates to go to college together all 4 years. God, it's just depressing how much Peter is just looking at his phone like, yo. I miss you. I'm thinking about you, baby. I miss you. Like he's helping the precinct fight crime and do all this stuff. And even the lead detective's like, yo, you gotta slow down, my boy. Like you're doing too much. Like I understand, like you trying to be on your job, but like, bro, like you gotta relax. You're like, nah, I gotta be ready. Stay ready so you gotta get ready. I'm fighting crime, bro. That's what I'm on. I'm locked in. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And so throughout the movie, they show Punisher, who is in here. Now, I wasn't checking for Punisher on Netflix when that came out years ago. I only was checking for the only thing I was really checking for was Luke Cage. I didn't care about Daredevil. I didn't care about Jessica Jones. Only cared about Luke Cage. So yeah, I wasn't checking for Punisher. And I was like, man, did I miss a movie or something? When did the Punisher and Spider-Man like cross paths? So apparently that was off screen. They never crossed paths on screen, but they created like this lore that Spider-Man saved Punisher's life or Frank's life at one time. So now Spider-Man is like, you owe me, and Frank is like, F you. So that's kind of a dope dynamic for them to have, like complete opposites. We get the big issue of this movie is someone's attacking damage control centers. So Spider-Man's trying to get the bad guys. Whoever the bad guy is just body hopping. Like, yo, what the fuck is this? It's like, it was so dope because it's like scary as hell. So it gets to the point where Peter has to like, I don't know who this like white Russian girl was, but like help them out to try to figure out who is this villain that's attacking damage control centers, which by the way, the only reason I remember the name damage control is because I'm a wrestling fan. So shout out to Bailey, Dakota Kai, Io Sky. It's like I'm doing my research and they keep coming up with a search called VMAX. And so he goes to the damage control center. Black dude looks like freaking older, slimmer M'Baku from Black Panther. And I knew off rip something was off. But he goes there to try to figure out what's going on, why they might be attacking the centers. And he's like, man, I don't know, man, but you got to handle this. I'm like, nigga, what? Like, what the fuck I got to handle it for? After this, he's doing his research and everything. He runs into Ned. Now, of course, Ned is oblivious to him, but he winds up basically following Ned to his apartment and finds out that Ned is actually super, super into Spider-Man. Is like really obsessed. Why are you, Mariah Carey, Eminem? Why are you so obsessed with? I don't know. I forget how the song go. Why are you so obsessed with me? Something like that. And Ned is like, no. I'm like, it's not nothing weird. I just like, I really want to know what Spider-Man is doing. Like, I got to even a tracker to find where he is. It's like, okay, that's kind of weird. And again, I was kind of concerned. I thought it was going to go a route to where it's like, oh, I'm obsessed, but really I'm mad because you like didn't save my cousin, and now I'm gonna get my revenge. Like, I thought he was gonna go that route, but luckily they did not. But so of course, after running into Ned, being at their apartment, runs into MJ, and like their whole interaction is so crazy because they play it so, like Zendaya plays so well. Like, she doesn't know who Peter is, but she still is like drawn to him. It's just great how they played it. It's so heartbreaking because you know Peter wants to tell Ned and especially MJ, hey, I'm Spider-Man. We were once cool, except I had to do a Men in Black nebulizer pen thing to erase your memory to keep y'all safe. He really wants to tell them, but he can't. This villain is crazy. Just body hopping. And so eventually he's like, oh, I gotta get to MJ because she knows the villain knows all the tea. I don't know how this villain knows, but he's talking about me, MJ, all that. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta get to MJ. And so gets to MJ, swoops her up, and we all thinking everything is cool. They talking like, yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but they might attack you because, you know, we knew each other before your memory got erased. And she's like, oh my God, thank you. They kiss, they do the infamous pull up the mask kiss thing. I'm like, nice. And they hug, and Zendaya, she did a goddamn, going back to wrestling, she did a goddamn heel turn. And Zendaya was like, huh. I forget what the verbiage was, but it was just like, bro, oh, you thought I really was MJ, huh? You got played.
Got him! Got him!
Oh, no, I'm not MJ. So if you want to make sure that your family and everybody that you love isn't attacked, you better figure out a way to get me what I want, whatever that is. Yo, see the look on Peter's face, like just drained out of, like, you see his soul leaving his body. And so it all leads to us finding out who the villain is, which is this girl, which comes out to be Max. Max from Stranger Things. I'm sorry. She's always going to be Max from Stranger Things, which is also ironic because the whole search word, the word that everybody keeps talking about is VMAX. I'm like, that's funny. Anyway, and so It comes to find out that Peter figures out that she's must be a telepath, finds out that the girl is actually Jean Grey from X-Men. Like, what? What? The villain is Jean Grey? So now we're like, oh. It just stepped up to a whole nother level. Shout out to Mad TV. Peter gets MJ to Frank's house, to Punisher's house, to keep her safe. And also throughout the movie, Peter actually is starting to really get spotty senses. Now, the only thing that really bothers me about this Spider-Man version of this Spider-Man is we never actually find out how Peter got his powers. At least I don't remember that. Yeah, Peter actually he's overworking himself so much that his hormones are overcompensating, and now he's actually turning into a spider. And so to compensate, he creates an inhibitor to kind of slow down his hormones. And he tried it, didn't work. But thanks to MJ, because she's an MIT graduate, she's able to figure out, oh yeah, you got something with your mask that is interfering with the inhibitor. You need to get rid of that, my guy. He's like, oh, like I just love their bit. Like, hopefully Tom Holland and Zendaya does more movies outside of Spider-Man, because just have such great chemistry. Runs into Bruce Banner. They have a nice little exchange about how to control DNA and how to alter DNA, and Bruce is like, what are you talking about? Why would you do that? Like, that's not smart, whatever. But he's so like charming and chill, Bruce Banner. They're just like, And so later on, come to find out that Bruce then turns into Hulk. And so now Spider-Man fighting Hulk, dope ass fight scene. They're going at it. Jean Grey is trying to find her lost sister, who her sister was also a telepath. They show a nice little backstory with that. And it's like, oh man, what's going on there? And so then, by the time we get to that, Spider-Man then fended off the Hulk somehow. Hulk gets his ass whooped damn near every movie. That's kind of wild, bro, but it is what it is. And so they wind up, Spider-Man winds up getting the inhibitor onto Jean Grey to control her. We find out MJ finds the letter that Peter wrote to her after her memory was erased. And she's like, yo, what the hell is this? He's like, oh, you read that, huh? She's like, yeah. What is this? Like, were you ever gonna tell me that we knew each other? He was like, yeah, nah. I'm like, oh. And so, but I go back to the old tropes. In another universe, she would have got mad, like, why didn't you tell me? But she remained calm the entire time. And Peter was like, yeah, I love you. And MJ's like, I'm sorry, dude. I have no memory of you. I have no feelings for you. I'm sorry, bro. I don't feel that way about you. Like, I'm sorry. And it just hurt. It hurts your heart. Like, it just hurt. It just pierced you in the heart. It was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Peter takes MJ home, and she's like, yo, you want to meet Ned? He's like, all right. So Ned meets Spider-Man. And this moment in this movie is probably my second favorite movie of the whole entire movie, because we actually get the triad of MJ, Ned, and Peter. We actually get the feelings of how the previous movies feel, with the banter and the funny, just quirky stuff. They were talking about, Ned is like, yo, how do you go to the bathroom if you're on a suit? Like, what if you have to go to what if you're on a rooftop? Like, MJ's like, is this what you want to ask Spider-Man? It's just they just have such great chemistry. I love how they did this, because Peter tells MJ, yeah, hey, I'm sorry that I kissed you. I know technically it wasn't you, but sorry that happened. And MJ's like, that's cool. I didn't even know it happened. He was like, huh? Old M'Baku dude from the Damage Control lied to me. He said he remembered, but you said you have no memory. Uh-oh. So he goes to try to save Jean Grey. Jean Grey is now locked up in a goddamn cage or a box, whatever. And I love how I'm sorry, I'm not going to know his name. Old black M'Baku dude basically played it calm the entire time. Like, yeah, so we're trying to figure out your superpowers and how strong they are and how far we can take them. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And I think even Jean Grey was like, VMAX, like what is VMAX? He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But you stay tight, we're gonna do some experiments. You be good. Like he played it so chill. Like it makes you even more uneasy that he's not being this overacting, over the top villain. He's the real villain of the movie, not Jean Grey. And so it's like, yo, what is going on? Spider-Man gets to the damage control center, and I love this whole interaction with him fighting the guards and then getting to the building, faces the Hand, which is like these ninjas. It's like, yo, this is crazy. And so Spider-Man trying to fight off the ninjas. Jean Grey trying to figure out what happened to her sister, and they're like doing experiments on her to where they're like really amplifying her powers. She looks up and she sees VMAX on the vent. And it's right then and there, she's like, oh shit. Because she says, my sister kept sending me a message saying VMAX. I'm like, what is VMAX? It's that right then and there that she realized, oh, my sister is gone, huh? Oh, she died, huh? Y'all killed her, huh?
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Dun, da, 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 da.
She goes nuclear. And like she basically was able to mind control like damn near portion of the entire city. And it was like, yo, like everyone. There's no more body hopping. She is controlling everyone and everything. Spider-Man is now down on his luck, getting beat up by the Hand. Jean Grey is talking to Peter like, yo, you ain't got no family, you ain't got no friends. You either can be Peter Parker, you can be Spider-Man. You gotta choose what lane you wanna be in. What lane you gonna be in, who you gonna be? Who are you? Nigga, I'm both. Ba-ya-yang, ba-yang, yang. When I tell you the fight scene between Spider-Man and the Hand might be the best fight scene I've ever seen in a Marvel movie, bro. Like he was young. Like he was getting them all the way out of there. Winds up getting through the Hand, ties all them up, gets to Jean Grey. Jean Grey got old M'Baku dude hemmed up, and it's like, you come any closer, I'm about to kill, bro. And Peter's like, yo, I get it, bro. I get it. You mad. But you gotta like be calm. And so then she gets into Peter's mind. The first thing she sees is Aunt May talking to Peter about the responsibility of how powers and how important it is, but how I'm there for you, I love you, all this. And it switches from Aunt May talking to Peter to talking to Jean Grey and how, you know, she's like, I know you're special, you are special. Like she pours into her to where it's like, damn, your arm was really cool, huh? And so she's like, you know what? I'm not gonna kill everybody. I'm gonna chill. And as soon as she does that, Punisher gets his, I don't know what kind of sniper rifle he got, tries to snipe Jean Grey because he still thinks she's a bad guy. Peter gets her out the way and he gets shot. And now Spider-Man just got shot. Everybody knows Spider-Man got shot. And again, everybody loves Spider-Man at this particular point because he's been doing nothing but fighting crime. And again, nobody knows about Peter Parker. And so he saves Jean Grey's life. He's now in the hospital. Punisher is so apologetic, like, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I failed you. You trusted me.
Jean Grey is like, does some type of mind control to where it keeps him alive. And so he finally wakes up. He walks out of the hospital. Punisher puts on the Spider-Man costume so that everybody thinks that Spider-Man is still in the hospital, but he's up and he's awake and he's happy. And the crowd outside the hospital is all like, yeah, wow. And so we get to the end of the movie to where Peter Parker realizes there is no Spider-Man without Peter Parker. And there is no Peter Parker without Spider-Man. You need both. You can't try to eliminate Peter Parker while beating Spider-Man. Both of them need to exist. And so at the very end, he goes into the store where he first saw Ned again and says, hey, I'm Peter. handshakes and does the old handshake, and then it's like, Peter? And they shut off the movie. I'm like, yo, okay. So the next one, Ned and Peter are gonna be mad cool, and we gotta find a way to get MJ to remember. So that's gonna be dope to see that occur. And then at the very, very end, the ending credits, they have the whole locator tracker that Ned created. And apparently Spider-Man is in space. So I'm guessing that's a multiverse Spider-Man. So I don't know if that's gonna be Toby or the person that played Amazing Spider-Man, but something's happening there which is gonna lead into the next, either Avengers, probably Avengers. It's probably gonna lead into Avengers. So I'm guessing Spider-Man is gonna be in Avengers, I'm guessing. But what a great movie. Again, I love the storytelling of Peter trying to basically erase Peter now that nobody knows who he is and just be Spider-Man. But it took a toll on him. And I hope, and I forgot to mention this, he basically gets rid of the inhibitor and now he has all his Spidey moves without having any technology for real. I love that because it bothered the hell out of me. They didn't have the Spidey stuff. I don't know how else to say. He didn't have the Spider-Man typical stuff without the technology. I like that he got that now. I still wish we knew the real origin story, but whatever. But yeah, this movie was dope. Hands down, again, Spider-Man by Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. All due respect to the other two, but it's just, I think he's able to balance. I think Tobey's Maguire. What
the fuck are you talking about?
Tobey's Spider-Man is a little bit too nerdy. Just a little bit too nerdy. It's like, come on. And then the Amazing Spider-Man, I don't remember bro's name. The Amazing Spider-Man, Peter is just too cool. Like, I think Tom Holland finds a neat balance to where he's both chill, but also nerdy, but he's chill. Like, that's how I feel. And also, I feel like everyone from MJ to Ned, like the circle is just way better. I thought MJ in the original Spider-Man was kind of eh. And even Henry was eh. So I feel like this one, everybody's on their job, everybody understands their character, and they're just written way better. So yeah, brand new day, Spider-Man was dope as hell. Give me your thoughts if you saw it. What was your highlights, lowlights? Did you like it, dislike it? Let me know. How would you rate it? Like, comment, subscribe, share all the things of the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do got get to stepping. Peace.
In the chill of the